Intermittent fasting and the carnivore diet are simple. Just only eat meat and eat within a 4 to 8 hour window. But this is a radical concept for a lot of people, as we've always been told to eat your veggies or eat small frequent meals to sustain your energy throughout the day. Unsurprisingly, cutting out vegetables is one of the #1 concerns when it comes to the carnivore diet. So let's take a look at what's exactly in these vegetables so that we can better understand why we may not want to eat them. As Stephen Hawking said, the greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, it is the illusion of knowledge. The first thing you should know about plants is that they do not want to be eaten. Just like every other living organism on this planet, plants want to survive so that they can spread their seed and reproduce. So, since plants cannot run away or use their claws like animals, they must use chemical warfare. Let's look specifically at spinach. I remember I used to eat a ton of spinach. I was always told that dark leafy greens are a superfood and that the more the better. But if spinach is so good, why did this happen after I stopped eating it? This is called oxalate dumping. You may be familiar with oxalic acid. It is used in cleaning products to treat wood, bleach, or to brighten leather. But little did I know that oxalates or oxalic acid is a defense chemical high in spinach. When oxalic acid is consumed, it can bind to calcium molecules, which then crystallize and can wreak havoc in your body. Since I previously had a constant flow of oxalic acid from spinach, it accumulated in my body. Then once I stopped eating it, my body started rapidly dumping them, in this case through my skin, causing rashes. So although you may think you're missing out on certain nutrients, this may have a net positive effect if you are also skipping out on all of the anti-nutrients. It's also important to note that there are no nutrients in plants that we must have that we cannot get from meat, but there are nutrients in meat that we must have that we can't get from plants. This could be the reason why so many people experience such great results from the carnivore diet. This study conducted by Harvard in 2021 shows over 2,000 people consuming a carnivore diet over the period of 6 months or more experienced extremely positive results, including improvements in overall health, focus, energy, and many other benefits. Now, although this is not a properly controlled study, as is with any other nutritional study, the results of this are outstanding and should definitely be looked into further. I've been eating a carnivore diet for the past year now, with an eating window of about 2 to 5 hours of the day. Before I had started this diet, I had previously been doing a 16-8 intermittent fast, but once I went onto the carnivore diet, I noticed that sometimes I wasn't hungry for lunch. So I decided to listen to my body, and to my surprise, I felt even better and had even more energy. Beforehand, on a high carb diet, if I tried a 24-hour fast, I would be exhausted by the time dinner came around. But on a carnivore diet, I was able to work a 10-hour physical labor job and then work out, all while maintaining high energy levels. By eliminating carbohydrates and fiber from my diet, a carnivore diet can help regulate hunger signaling hormones, such as ghrelin and leptin. Fasting can also play a crucial role in this, and it is potentially beneficial to let your body stay hungry for a period of time. But don't worry, this hunger doesn't get gradually worse as time goes on. In fact, after an hour or so, the hunger should dissipate. Just like how you take your car in for a routine maintenance to keep it running smoothly, fasting allows your body to take a break from the constant work of digesting food and perform its own internal upkeep. Fasting gives your body the chance to clear out accumulated waste and toxins, similar to how a mechanic drains old, dirty oil and replaces it with fresh, clean oil to improve the car's performance. By allowing your body this necessary downtime, you can support its overall health and function. This is where a lot of people mess up the carnivore diet. By not listening to your body and not eating larger, less frequent meals, the body may remain in ketosis for an extended period of time. Ketosis is a metabolic state which the body uses stored fat for energy instead of carbohydrates. Normally, the body converts carbohydrates into glucose while following a standard American diet. However, when carbohydrate intake is restricted, the body shifts to burning fat for energy. This results in the production of molecules called ketones, which are produced by the liver from the breakdown of fat. This state can be reached by both restricting carbohydrates in your diet or fasting. This is why low-carb diets and fasting are synergistic. People have reported many benefits of ketosis, including increased energy levels, reduced inflammation, and increased satiety. But it might be possible to overdo this. Electrolytes are minerals that carry an electric charge, such as sodium, potassium, and magnesium. They play a vital role in maintaining proper fluid balance and normal cellular function in the body. During ketosis, the body body can excrete more electrolytes, which can lead to a reduction in their levels. This can cause symptoms such as muscle cramps, fatigue, and weakness. Thyroid function is also affected by ketosis. The thyroid gland is responsible for producing hormones that regulate metabolism and energy levels, but this shouldn't be an issue as long as you are coming out of ketosis on a regular basis. Most people think that you do this by eating more carbohydrates, but this can actually be achieved by eating a large bolus of protein. This will then induce a gluconeogenic response in the body, which will then convert the protein into glucose, giving your body an insulin bump just big enough to kick you out of ketosis. This is why some people may think they feel better adding fruit, but it is just because they are now being kicked out of ketosis on a regular basis. Although ketosis can be used as a tool, it is not the point of a carnivore diet. Now you might be wondering, how does this relate to fasting? Well, when meals are only consumed 1 to 2 times per day, the bolus of protein in each meal should be much greater than if you were eating much smaller ones. This not only allows you to experience all of the amazing benefits of intermittent fasting, but the true benefits of the carnivore diet as well. There may be a good reason for why this process works optimally in this sequence. For most of our evolution, we were hunters and gatherers, with a big emphasis on hunting. Food was not always readily accessible like it is today, meaning that we had to adapt to going long periods of time without any food, while eating much larger, less frequent meals when the time came. As this was the case for hundreds of thousands of years of our evolution, we have evolved to become perfectly able to thrive in a fasted or low-carb state until the hunt was successful. This is much different than today with easy access to high-carb, nutrient-depleted food wherever you go. This food can lead to dysregulation of your hunger signaling hormones, leaving you constantly hungry and lacking energy. So if you want to feel full and energized rather than hungry and lethargic, you must keep your insulin levels low. While it may seem difficult at first, your physiology is in your favor when eating something close to what resembles the proper human diet. Just eat meat, eat only when you're hungry, and stop only when you're full.